and he grabs me and he threw me on the floor. He also has marijuana in the vehicle. He knows what he's doing, and I'm not playing with his game.
He said that I was gonna kill the baby myself, like some crazy stories.
So that was telling me.
She snitching already, talking about what he got in the vehicle. Why do that matter?
Okay. On April 1st, 2023, officers responded to a residence following a report of a woman claiming her boyfriend threw.
I already don't like her. Like, why is you telling you spilling all the beans for no reason? Some of y'all baby mamas be delusional, man.
Threw her to the ground during a verbal altercation involving their child. However, further investigation revealed he did not physically assault her, and she had locked herself in his car to go through his belongings.
I said, you can't leave. I said, the sheriffs are coming. And so he decides to get back out, so I called my friend, so she could watch on FaceTime. And
she got the nerve to have a Christian t-shirt on, bro. Bro, this lady is a demon, and she has the nerve to have on a Christian faith over fear shirt.
I went to see if he actually bought stuff for my child today, because all day long he left with everything. And it's when I got into his car to see like the wipes and stuff or whatever was right there, he's like, you're not taking this is not for you. And he grabs me and he threw me on the floor.
Okay. Were you in the car?
I was right there on the side of the door, and I was looking to see at the stuff. He got pissed off, and he starts grabbing me and wrestling me and threw me on the freaking floor. These are my hands right here, because I went to see if he actually fed my child today.
Is this a child y'all have in common?
Yes, but he's not on the birth certificate, so he knows he can't just leave and tell me.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not familiar 100% with the whole backstory.
That's fine.
I'm just trying to figure out what happened, what's going on. Okay.
That's fine.
So what was your name, ma'am?
It's Brooke.
Brooke. Okay.
Yep, and he also has marijuana in the vehicle. Okay. He doesn't want to act like he does, but he does.
We'll get there.
She go to
it's just a bunch of stuff. He knows what he's doing, and I'm not playing.
Hopefully wherever they at, he can just get a little ticket, like, and he don't get locked up for it. Cause certain states, you know what I'm saying, be lenient, but then it be certain counties within the state that don't play that, you know what I'm saying. So it really depend on where you at, whether or not you gonna be arrested, depending on what amount you have. Like in Atlanta, as long as you have less than an ounce, they'll give you, like, write you a ticket. They won't take you to jail in Atlanta. But if you go, say, to the south side of Atlanta, or go a little bit further south, you know what I'm saying, like Fayette County, or go to any of the other outskirts counties that's not Atlanta, but you going to jail for whatever amount of weed you got. Just only in the city of Atlanta, if you have less than an ounce, they'll write you a ticket for that. But if you got more than that, you know what I'm saying, you going to jail. But she dead wrong for spilling all them beans like that. Just gonna tell all the man business. Like, why you want this man to go to jail? That's obviously why she doing all that.
No worries.
So,
alright.
Throwing me on the floor is not gonna work.
And your friend was on FaceTime?
Yeah, she was on FaceTime the whole time. He says that because he's a narcissist, so he tries to blame it like, oh, you're gonna have your friend say that. No. She was on the phone, right? Em, were you on the phone the whole time?
224 flagger.
You recorded it from your other phone. Good. So.
Alright, so he got here. You came outside.
Yeah, he texted me. I said, I called you guys, let you guys know that he was coming, just like I was told. And I come outside. He was talking to my son or whatever. And then he sees me coming up. So then he got in the car and he was going to leave. So I was like, you can't leave until the sheriffs get here. He's like, haha, whatever. So he gets in the car. So I go back inside the house since he leaves my son right there. I come back on FaceTime with my friend, and I open up the door, like I said, to see if he bought anything, make sure my son had everything he needed today, and that's when he decided to get physical. And yes, inside his vehicle, he has a weapon.
We'll get to that stuff. I'm not concerned with that right now.
That's fine.
I'm worried about what occurred possibly before all that. Okay.
No problem.
Hang tight with my partner that's pulling up right now. Perfect. Do you need any medical attention or anything?
No.
Her attitude is so bad, bro. Like. And I'm not even biased. This junk just started, but just based off her attitude and her demeanor, it seemed like she was trying to start something. You know what I'm saying? Cause she talking about did he feed him today, bro? I see the sunset. It looked like the sun going down. It's at least late in the evening. probably like 7 o'clock. If he ain't feed his son all day, what the hell has he been doing? I'm pretty sure this man done fed his son at least once today, bro. By 7 o'clock in the evening, it's almost nighttime. It's dinner time. I'm pretty sure he done ate something. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably about time to eat again. He getting dropped off at the house. It's time for you to feed him. What you cook? It's still early. What the hell? She must don't want to cook. Worry about what he done fed him and when he fed him. He fed him today. Now it's your turn to feed him. He's home. Crazy. She just want to start jump, bro. This jump really got me triggered, bro. Cause she doing all this for no reason. What really got me triggered is she bringing up this man weed pen trying to get him locked up, bro. She better be mad.
Your name, man?
Lewis.
Lewis. All right. What happened before I got here?
So I got a call from, I don't know if it was from you or from someone. So we agreed that I can pick up the baby today.
Right. I know the kind of backstory of what happened today.
Okay.
I talked to my partner, who I guess you talked to on the phone.
Is your body cam on?
Yes, it is. What happened before I got here?
Okay, I'm trying to tell you. So we agreed for that, whatever. So I come here, I text her, I'm here, and I came outside, put the baby here because I do not want to be in here.
I understand.
So put the baby here, and then she comes walking out. I proceed to getting in the car. She's like, "You can't leave until the deputies or the cops get here." I'm like, "Okay." So I sit in the car. She leaves the baby here by unattended, right?
Okay.
So I'm in the car already. She leaves the baby. So I come back outside. And I'm right here with the baby, waiting for whoever. She comes back out. She storms into my car. And she now says that I had a pen in my car. Mm-hmm. She spilled milk here. She was grabbing all the formula, all those Pampers and stuff, because they said that a wellness check that I had to have all that stuff, which I do, and I have the receipts.
Yeah.
She went in my car, locked herself in there, which I have it all recorded. And I'm telling her, get out the car. Like, get out the car.
Right.
So then now she's saying that I pushed her, put her on the floor, did all this stuff.
Okay.
Now she's, "Oh, you're going to go to jail. You have a pen." And the whole time I'm recording her, like, you're crazy. She's crazy.
Can you show me the recording?
Sure.
So what happened? No, he threw me on the floor because he got pissed off. Because I opened up the door to see if he actually bought stuff for my son today. Because he left without the bag.
So you opened his door without permission. You just told on yourself. So you open his door without permission. So what else you do?
And that's the whole reason why I've been arguing. Because I said, just bring him back home if you can't afford it. Because he says he's jobless and all this stuff.
So I'm on FaceTime.
And then the fake tears. Like, yeah, you ain't even got no tears. You fake sad. And then you got your friend on the phone co-signing. I don't like her either.
A lot of it, like I said, I recorded it on my other phone, so you see a lot of movement, but you can tell that she literally goes from looking in his vehicle to being moved out of the vehicle. He physically moved her out of the vehicle. So
Okay.
She was on the ground.
Okay. Do you have any other markings when you fell? Like your back,
No, just
your legs?
like my hair, right here. I don't know. Just my hand.
She ain't got nothing on her. Bruh, go back, bruh. Can I zoom in on this? She don't have Nathaniel on her, bruh. I can't zoom in.
Like your back,
No, just
your legs?
like my hair, right here. I don't know. Just my hands went right on the floor.
Okay.
Bruh.
Right
Okay.
here.
I see that too.
Yeah. And then I sat in the vehicle after
I'm not seeing it.
because I was like, oh, let me see what you have in your car. Because
If she bring up this weed pen one more time, bruh, she want this man to go to jail for nothing.
it smells like, and he has pens and all kinds of stuff in his car.
So this is her.
See, she trying to frame him as if he's like the irresponsible one, or as if he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as if he's the overall more negative parent out of the scenario. When obviously all this shit is going on because of her. You know what I'm saying? But she needs she has to find a way to somehow flip it onto them, because she done called the police, and now she can't look stupid, even though she done ambushed the man car trying to see what he got in there just so she could tell. That's probably what she was doing the whole time. She probably had a feeling he was gonna have like some sort of, you know what I'm saying, one of his vices or something on him, just so she could run in there and tell, bro. Like, she really just set up.
Get out of my stuff. And I was trying to grab whatever she's trying to grab out of the car, so because she's trying to say that I didn't have all the stuff, right? That's what. So that was her in the car. That belongs to you. That belongs to me. Get out of my stuff.
But she got in the car
She
and
got
is
in the
trying
car.
to take your stuff.
She's trying to take all. I had all the Pampers, the milk formula. You can see the milk.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So I had all that stuff. She's literally trying to grab it out because
And
he's
that
coming
was
to
that
do
stuff.
the wellness
Was
check.
that stuff for you, or was that
I
stuff?
bought that.
Right. Were you gonna give that to her, or
No,
that was yours to keep?
That was mine to keep because
Okay.
earlier, she did not give me the book bag.
Right.
So
Okay.
she claimed and called this.
And that's another thing they'll do, bro. They'll drop the kid with you and not give you none of their stuff. So just as a, you know what I'm saying, just throw it out there. If you a single parent, you should have stuff for your child anyway. You know what I'm saying? But from the looks of it, they have a infant. Like, it's not even a toddler. They talking about formula. They probably just, she probably still going through postpartum and everything. They probably just broke up. I don't know. Unless they broke up while she was pregnant or something. I don't know. It ain't none of my business. But the point is, if this is a infant and you're the mother, why would you not send the things that your infant needs and then have this man drop the baby off late in the evening and be asking if he was able to feed the baby? Why wouldn't you ensure that he would be able to feed the baby while he has him in his care? It sounds like you really wasn't that concerned, and then you fake concern when he finally pulls up so you can run over there and see what he got in his car and be all up in his business. I don't like this lady.
Except for a wellness check because I said that I was going to commit suicide. And
Right.
Crazy. Like, she's just, I don't know what the hell she's.
Okay.
And now she's saying, oh, you have, she went into my thing. She
Right.
got my wallet, which you grabbed out of her.
Yes.
She had my wallet in her back pants. She was literally in my car.
Yeah.
And I still have another video.
Oh, she has the whole video here.
Okay.
At the beginning, him yelling at me, you don't need to see nothing, throwing me out of the car. Let her hear everything. Yeah, that was before I sat in his car.
Can you lift it up so I can see it? Are you able to send that?
That was after.
Hold on. Are you able to send that to her right now?
I can send it if you want to give me some information.
Yes, please. Well, just send it to her phone. I'll look at it through her phone.
Alright.
You need to get out my car. You need to get out my car. I'm telling her to get out the car. Because I don't know what she's. Get out of my car. I didn't put my hands on her.
So she's in the car at this time. Like
She went in my car. You can see me here with the baby. You're crazy. She's still in my car. She locked the doors and stood in my car.
In my car.
224 Florida.
She's in my car looking, searching for all my stuff. Get out of my stuff. You're taking my wallet?
You see, she
You're
just
taking
put it
my
in
wallet?
the
You're being
bag.
recorded.
And she's literally locked in my car.
Right.
And then she pulls out a pen. Oh, you got drugs in your car. I'm like,
What the is that?
look,
Get out of my car. You need to get out of my car. And you have my wallet in your back pants. Brooke, what are you doing, Brooke? Get out of my car.
I just recorded her.
Right.
You're crazy.
So when is she saying that you grabbed her and threw her on the ground? Was that while she was still in there taking the stuff out?
When she was in here grabbing the formula and stuff, because of the wellness check, they
Right.
wanted to make sure that I had provided,
Right.
Pampers and all that.
Right.
Because supposedly I wasn't going to change him, and he said that I was going to baby myself, like some crazy
so
stories.
that was told to him, so that's why he had to ask, and that's
Right, what?
That's
That's
why
what
we
I'm
were.
saying.
That's why we were coming here.
These are
just
all
to-
the accusations that
right,
she's
right,
saying. She's
right.
like I said, I was at a garage sale. I told him, you're more than welcome to come here. I'm with my dad, with the kids. No, not suicidal at all. Don't have a history of it. I have a clean record. None of that. So for her to even continue to, like, she just, and then comes running in my car.
So what
while I'm here. I'm
what
right
happened?
here.
Yeah, what happened leading up to that? Like when you got here, like did she just come out and start yelling at you? Like did she?
When
like,
she
what
came
was-
out, I came here because I said I didn't want to go over there. I came here, put the baby down. I text her, I'm here. She comes out, so I'm assuming she's gonna grab the baby.
Right.
I was just gonna go in my car. So she's like, you can't leave until the deputy or the sheriff gets here. I said, okay. I sat in my car. I didn't go anywhere. She turns around, leaves the baby here while I'm in the car. So then I come back out and I'm attending to the baby, and I started recording because I already knew how she, like, I have multiple videos of her. So anyways, I'm recording the baby. She comes around me, gets in my car, and starts grabbing the formula, the milk, whatever, everything that I had on there that I have to show.
And that's when she was sitting up there and all
She
that.
was, and then she locked herself in, pulls out a pen. Oh, you got in the car. You got to like, get out of my car. Like, what are you doing in my car? Like, she just went in my car.
Right.
He like, what
And
do
then
you?
she
You're
has
not
a
even
friend on,
supposed to
or
be in the
whoever's
car
on
to even know
FaceTime.
this
She's
stuff
like,
is in
oh,
here.
you're going to jail. Like, she's going to say everything she's seen. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right. Okay. Do you
And
have
the
your
neighbor's
ID?
a cop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You got your ID on you?
I do.
All right. Can I see that real quick?
And she tells me, come and pick up the baby. She's like, you can have him until 8 o'clock tonight. I haven't seen him in the...
Right. I know the whole backstory with the agreement and stuff like that. I get that part. So what is
And I have it in
what is
text.
she saying? What is she saying about you throwing her on the ground? What is that whole?
Because I was trying to grab the formula and all that.
While she's in there trying to
While
take
she's
everything?
in the car. And then I was trying to grab my bags and stuff, and I
Right.
had to throw it in the bag. She, I guess, went on the ground and said, like, she's saying that I pushed her.
Okay. Oh, so you weren't out here saw or heard anything? Or, yeah. Yeah. Did you see anything like that?
No, she's always having some issues.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have?
Then your neighbors telling on you like that. She always has problems. Like, come on, bro. You doing all this for nothing. You about to get yourself in trouble. And that be a lot of y'all problems. Y'all be doing all this junk trying to have a scorn whatever that shit is. The woman scorn shit. Be about to get yourself locked up.
Cameras on your house or on the
Yeah,
doorbell?
I have a video of her sending.
Can I see?
Yeah, she sent the video of took a video from her other phone of him.
Okay.
Here. Throw me on the floor because obviously he failed to tell you that part before I got into the car because it smelled like marijuana. I mean, you think these marks just got on myself like for no reason, right? I mean, make it make sense. Hey, can you just tell him what happened? Because you told the other lady, but obviously he wasn't there.
So when you were looking to see what was in the car, where were you at?
Right here. I was right here. I opened the door and I just saw, like, to make sure that my son had what he had needed today.
Were you in the car looking at stuff?
No, I was not in all the way. I was like right on the.
And then she go to lie and see, like, he showed him the video. I don't know if she wasn't aware that he was recording her or whatever was going on. But he seen the video. He seen you inside the car. You not finna be inside the car. He see the video of you inside the car. And then he ask you a third time were you inside the car, and you say no, you wasn't in the car. You seen him watch the video. She just gonna keep denying it. At this point, they know she lying, bro. They probably knew from the beginning, cause I knew from the beginning. I'm not even a police officer, but yeah, she lying, bro.
Side and he just starts grabbing
And all
me.
the way, but were you in the car, like, were you grabbing stuff?
No, I was right there on the side, and then it is recorded.
Yeah.
And then
because
after,
from what I'm seeing
that
in
video
his,
that he recorded, I was already after in the car. He locked me in the vehicle, and then I went and I got his ID.
How do you get locked in?
And see, now she adding stuff to the story. She didn't say none of this stuff the first time. She done said the story 3 times. At this point, she just now adding this information on the 4th time that she telling the story. She had to make that shit up on the fly because she didn't know what he seen. So now since she got that extra information, now that she know that he knows that she was in the car, she has to double back and say, oh yeah, I was in the car, but that was after he pushed me down. As if it's okay for you to go in his car as retaliation from you being pushed down. Treacherous.
Because he has the freaking key, right? Because I was after he threw me out of the
you
car.
can unlock
I went
the car
back
from the
into the car.
inside.
No, I couldn't. There's no lock right there on there. I'm telling you right now.
Right. Do you have a camera on your house that we can see?
Yeah, we don't have cameras.
No.
No.
You don't have like a doorbell or anything like that? Like a
No,
doorbell
that's
camera?
fine.
Okay.
I mean, but if you don't want to believe that he threw me on the floor, then that's
I'm
fine.
not saying I'm not saying he didn't. But
Okay.
if you're in his car and he pulls you out of the car,
after I went back into the car,
right?
Because
but
it smelled like weed.
initially, if you open his door and try to go in there,
No, I was just looking at all the
you
stuff
don't
right
have
there.
reason to go in his car.
Right, I wasn't originally.
Exactly. You didn't have a reason to go in his car at all. You didn't have a reason to call the police. I still don't know why she even called the police, to be real.
In his car.
But
so
you
after
just
he
told
threw
me that
after
you opened the door and went to get in, but you weren't all the way in.
to grab
So
the
what
stuff
is not all the way in?
Okay, so you know how when you open the door
Yes.
and you start grabbing stuff to
Yes.
see? That's what I did. I was
So
half
you
of my
went
body
in the
was
car and was
to see.
grabbing stuff.
to see if he
Right.
got stuff for the baby. That's
But
right.
you don't have reason to go into his
Okay,
car.
but he doesn't have reason to grab me and throw me on the
If
floor.
you are going
either.
into his
He did have reason. She's not even listening to what this man is saying, bro. He literally just gave her the reason to why he is able to pull you out of his car and throw him on the ground. You all in this man property. Slowpoke.
Car grabbing stuff.
He can throw me out the car.
He can try to tell you not to go in his car.
Right.
If he's telling you not to go in his car, you don't have grounds to go in his
Okay.
car.
So
do you understand what I'm saying?
And throw me on the floor because I didn't have grounds to open the door to make sure my son had what he needed to.
See, and now let me break this down. Let me break this down, cause she's a master manipulator, and she's coming up with these lies as she goes. So let me break this down. She told her story 3 times. On the 4th time, she now has extra information to where now she has to add an extra piece to her story. So now she has to say he locked her inside of the car. Now, what did he just ask her?
Saying that? Throw me on the floor because I didn't have grounds to open.
Now she's asking, is he allowed to throw me on the ground because I was in his car? She's trying to get more information before she answers any more questions so she can try and keep her lie afloat. But at this point, it's over with. I can tell they not even on her side no more. Like, he's getting hostile towards her. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be getting locked up by the end of this video.
The door to make sure my son had what he needed.
That's our job.
Okay.
That is our job.
That's why I told you guys. I called you guys.
Right. And
to come.
we were here when you called us.
Not right away.
And she mad because they not coming right away. Let me stopping the video. But she mad because they ain't come right away. So she felt as if she was the authority in the situation and felt that she had the authority to go ahead and go on this man's property to see what he was working with. And literally was going inside, looking in this man's bags, trying to see what he got, as if she's his mama or something.
Away, obviously, because he was already trying to leave.
Right, but that's fine. But you, like I said, you don't go approach him because this is what happens. You don't have grounds to go in his car and start grabbing stuff out of there. Okay. That's not your property. I understand your concern for the child. Right. I'm not downplaying that. Okay. And I understand.
You're yelling right now. So
no, I'm talking and trying to get it across to you.
Yeah.
Because what you're
but
telling
you can
me.
Lower your voice just a bit, please.
Okay.
Because I can hear you.
Just listen. Just listen. I'm not picking sides.
This man literally not yelling. All he did was change his tone because he's trying to get a point across to her, because she obviously doesn't seem to understand what she did was wrong and doesn't see that her wrongdoing led to her being pushed to the ground. If she was pushed to the ground, for all we know, she probably threw herself to the ground. This bitch crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But at this point, he's changing his tone to be more stern to get a point across to her, because it seems as if she doesn't understand. Because he's acting as if she did nothing wrong at all. Like, she's totally surprised as to why he's taking this more firm approach to try and get her to understand the point he's trying to make. Because she didn't have no right to go on that man's property. You know what I'm saying? I guess he didn't have the right to throw her down. I don't really know, because she was even asking. She don't even know if he's allowed, because at this point she trying to make sure he's not allowed to do that before she continues on, like, with her story. But at this point, I think she pretty much knows she caught. She pretty much knows she caught in a lie at this point.
That's fine.
What I'm telling you from what we have, okay, you unlawfully went into his car and started grabbing stuff, okay? You're not allowed to do that. That is not your car.
Okay.
Our job is to determine if he has the grounds or has the means to care for the child. If he has that stuff, we determine that, okay? If you go in his car and he's telling you not to go in his car, that is his property, and he grabs you to get you out of his car, unfortunately, he's allowed to do that. He's allowed to get you out of his car and get out of his property. Okay. If you have no...
Okay, now I'm glad he cleared that up. He is allowed to do that. So now that she knows that she's in trouble. You know what I'm saying? He probably just wanted her to keep digging her hole, or, police, they kind of got to go slow about their question asking, and then they got to ask it over and over again and keep getting the information, you know what I'm saying, so they could find lapses in the information that you're giving them. But now she knows she caught, because she ain't have no business going in this man's car before the police got there. If it was supposed to be a wellness check, she's supposed to wait on them to get there so they could look through all that shit. But it seems as if she called them before they got there. She went looking through the shit herself and tried to cause this whole commotion so that she could tell on him. But now she's in trouble, it seems.
Legal grounds to go in there. That's what I'm telling you. Obviously, I'm going to do a report and document this. But again, from the videos he's showing me, he is telling you to get out of his car. You are not while you're in there grabbing.
After.
Again,
Yeah.
He's got videos. I don't have a video from yours.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Can you show the video? The video?
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see this video.
One-sided here. So
I'm not picking sides. I'm going off of what's given to me.
I didn't say picking.
Brooke, listen to me real quick because I understand where the officer is coming from. What he's saying is
Right.
you don't have legal rights to be going in Lewis' personal, because that's his property.
Right. Right.
The reason why they told you and him to call the officers there
Right.
was so that they can take care of it and not you take care of it. That's basically
Yeah.
what he's saying.
Gotcha.
That's all he's saying.
Understood.
He's not trying to be one-sided. He's being
Yeah. So can you try to send it again because it's not downloading?
Yeah. See if you can pull it up. My partner here is going to hang tight. See if you can get that video. Can I talk to you over here for a second? I mean, from what you're showing me, obviously, I forget the video. Were you telling her to get out of your car and stuff like that? I forgot. I can't remember the video if you said that or not.
Yeah.
Like, get out of my car, stop. This is my stuff. Do you want to press charges for? Yo.
I'm gonna call Meg, but watch more.
That's fine. Do you want to press charges for anything for, I mean, taking the stuff out, taking your wallet, just being in the car? I mean, okay.
I really don't.
I've got to ask because obviously it's you're right. But that's all I got to ask. Real quick, how are you feeling? I know everything's going on. Do you feel like harming yourself and all like that? Do you feel like harming the kid at all? Have you had any thoughts like that?
Not at all.
Again, just because of the allegations that were brought up, we have to ask. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get you some paperwork. All you're going to have to do is just sign saying I gave it to you. And then I just document it down based off of the incident that occurred and what happened. We do have to notify DCF about the incident. Just because we notify them doesn't mean things that happen. It's just our policy, especially when there's, juveniles and especially young children involved.
Right.
We just have to notify them. Not saying anything's going to come of it, but we just make them aware and they do their investigation and all that stuff.
Okay.
Do you have the video?
Yeah, it's coming.
Okay.
So can we all go inside, or me and my son go inside until Meg gets here? And
I mean that's fine. I mean she has all the legal rights to the kids, so if she wants to go inside with them, yeah.
you good?
Yeah.
So she came without the car seat.
Just let it play.
Where's his car seat?
Open the door for a minute.
Where's his car
I
seat?
can give him to you so I can get it.
No, you normally be in the car seat.
God damn, bro. I ain't got time for you.
Everything, throws a baby, and then as soon as I left with him, like maybe an hour later, well, she kept FaceTiming, and like, oh, I need to talk to him. I just drove out of here, and then that's when she was like, oh, you need to bring it to me
Watch
now.
that again?
She didn't even hand him to you.
No, that's what I wanted to see.
Look, now they looking at the video. They not liking what they see. They're like, man, we probably go ahead, lock her up anyway. Whether you want to press charges or not, just seeing what she did, like just off seeing the video. You know what I'm saying? Like once you start showing them, like the more information you give the police, if they get triggered by a particular piece of information that may be incriminating, they could lock you up. Because you literally just gave them the evidence. You basically just, you know what I'm saying, handing them folks over. I don't know what they thinking about right now. If they gonna lock her based on what they just seen on that video. But let's see.
Where's your hand? Right there.
I was putting the window down.
So you reach up and she just throws him into your arms,
Like, pretty much.
with no regards to his safety.
I mean, I'm not trying to.
No,
get her in
listen,
trouble,
I'm not.
but
Like I
this
said,
is why I always
yes.
got to record, and then, like I said, she then called and said that I was suicidal, that I was gonna baby hang myself. I'm like, when he was telling me this stuff, I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like,
Right.
this is just. I don't even want to come out here. Normally, I was gonna come to the police station.
And that's some crazy allegations. Like, to be putting that on the parent of your child, you know what I'm saying? Like the person you share a child with is crazy. And it might be a setup for a longer play, because if you say that the other parent has like some sort of mental issue or anything like that, that makes them look real bad in court. If you know what I'm saying, that there's a history of that there.
And tell her just meet me at the police station because
Right.
because I know how she is.
Right.
And the reason why we're not together was because of her violent. You know, she used to hit me and stuff, and I just couldn't.
Has she ever been arrested for it?
I don't think she was ever been arrested. I think she's been Baker acted. Her mom Baker acted her.
All right, we gotta still get some paperwork.
And I'm not, like I said, I don't want her to go to jail. I'm not trying to.
So I'm gonna tell you right, even no matter what happens, it's not because of you. Just know that we still gotta go over our stuff.
Not because you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? If they gotta do what they gotta do, they gotta do what they gotta do. No, I don't advocate for nobody going to jail. But if she did what they just said she did, bro. Cause the baby, I heard the baby crying, and they talking about formula and shit. The baby gotta be less than 1 year old. You know what I'm saying? And she throwing the baby at him, expecting him to catch the baby. Like that's child endangerment. She gotta go to jail. That you showed them the video footage. That's basically evidence. He showed them. So if they end up going to jail, he say it's not because of him, but it's because of him.
And guidelines, state statute, that's what we're gonna talk about. But if anything does happen, I'm not saying it will. It's not because you're doing it. So just remember that. That's all I can tell you. So is she at any point trying to like push you away to stop you from?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was here, squatted down, recording.
Right.
And then she comes out with her friend on the phone, opens my car, and starts to grab stuff. So I'm like, no, stop. Get out of my car. What are you doing?
And you have a recording of all that incident?
Mm-hmm.
Can you pull that one short one up you had? But as she's doing that, that's when does she like push you, kick you, like
everything? She was trying to grab all the stuff that, again, from earlier in the day, she was saying how I wasn't providing milk.
Yeah.
Or
he's got a whole spilled section of milk down there. Like
so I provide that to her, right? I provide that. So when I pick them up, she normally will give me the bag with all the stuff. Well, today she put it in the car and then grabbed it out. And she was like, no, you deal with it. So I had to go to Walmart. Let's see if he bought wipes in that car. You need to get out of my car. Get out of my car. What are you doing? I'm trying to this is not your shit. Get out of my car. Get out. Get out of my car. And then that's when she went back in and then locked the door.
Yeah, show it.
She grabbed my wallet, put it in.
You have another video?
Yeah, can you show them the one where she's...
And she said that I locked her in there.
That girl's crazy.
That's crazy.
So
she's in my car looking, searching for all my stuff.
And like she claiming that he has mental illness or some sort of mental, you know what I'm saying, issues. But she's obviously the one with the mental issues. She said this man locked her in the car. How he lock you in the car? All you gotta do is unlock the door. It's unlock buttons on the inside of the car. How is somebody gonna lock you inside of a car?
Get out of my stuff. You're taking my wallet?
I'm not harmed. I don't want her to go to jail or anything like that.
well, remember what I told you that, and if anything that happens, it's not you doing it.
She going to jail, boy.
There's state statute.
Going to jail.
So it's gonna
You going to jail?
her mom's in
You going to jail?
Tallahassee and her cousin as well. So I don't think there's.
You have a way to take care of it.
I can. I'm not on the birth certificate. And that's what was happening today. They were saying that I was going to face criminal charges.
No.
You are the father of the child?
Yes.
So when it came to that part, if you failed to return the child, that was a whole different situation. But it's not that doesn't fall into anything here. He was just explaining to you the way the state works is if you didn't return the child because you're not on birth certificate, technically you could have faced something, but it has no. That has nothing to do with this.
Go to court. File paternity papers.
I already have it there.
We'll file it. You can waive it, or you can get the DNA test done, whatever you choose to do. But once you establish paternity, you don't even have to have a court case like established. just once you establish paternity, that you are the father of the child.
Just because we arrest today doesn't mean anything happens or she gets like officially convicted.
It's just she has a career. You know, we're both surgical techs, and
It's
like,
not. Don't worry about that. But like, yeah.
They'll put her in a diversion program and
Yeah.
maybe get her some anger management stuff. I don't know.
Really, at this point, it's to deter anything further from occurring, and to obviously now hopefully put something on the right track. Like he said, maybe get her in something to hopefully just basically calm her down about the whole thing.
Cause you gotta do something, bro. Cause this can't be a reoccurring thing. You know what I'm saying? Every time you dropping the baby off, she doing crazy shit. It can't be a reoccurring thing, bro. You gotta let her deal with the consequences of her actions. You know what I'm saying? Cause she gonna have to take accountability. She didn't even want to take accountability when they got there, and she knew you showed them the video. She knew they seen the evidence and still didn't want to take accountability. I mean, of course she ain't gonna take accountability with the police. She don't want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? But she going to jail. Oh, the child endangerment. She going to jail for throwing the baby on him. But she been lying since they got there. So you gotta let them. And then you say you got plenty videos of other incidences where this done happen. Like you gotta let her deal with the consequences of her actions, bro. Like this probably like her karma just built up, bro. You gotta let her take that.
It's gonna be up to the state. It's not up to us. We work based off them.
No, I would like you to leave it right there. Turn the lights off.
I'm hanging it up.
Thanks.
Closing it,
Yep.
leaving it right
Thank
here.
you. Turn the lights off and then
off,
push
you
the
press
button.
the top button?
Yep, that's the top button. There you go.
I'm gonna have to pat you one more time down, okay?
Is there any way you can loosen the handcuffs?
Yeah, as soon as we get there, they gotta be the ones that come out and do it. But as soon as they come out,
They got shot in the back with a spare
Okay,
tire.
but they literally hurt, and the lady said she was going to do something before we left.
As soon as we get there, I'll loosen them.
Yeah.
They just gotta let us in first. I can't open the doors while we're outside, but as soon as we go in.
Okay, but the last lady that the policewoman said she was going to come back. She said stand by. She was going to come back and loosen them.
Again, she didn't tell me anything about that, so I apologize. But again, I can't stop the car right now. Once I get there, once they let us inside, we can do that. But I cannot open the doors while we're in the Sally.
So you saw a video of me throwing my baby?
So, ma'am,
Is what you said?
When I read you your rights, you did not want to talk to us about anything. I cannot discuss anything further with you. I explained everything on scene. If you have any other questions and stuff, I can read you your rights, and then we can talk, or you can wait for the report.
The woman was charged with child neglect without great bodily harm and domestic battery.
I figured. Child neglect, child, you know what I'm saying, endangerment. It all falls under domestic violence, bro. And she did all that calling the police. Basically called the police on herself because she caused that whole scene right before they got there. Like, how you can't control your emotions to that extent. It makes sense that they're gonna at least, you know what I'm saying, book her so that she can get like some sort of anger management or whatever repercussions that she gonna get. I don't think she gonna go to jail. She probably gonna go to jail for a night and get time served and get maybe like a little probation and some parents in classes and stuff like that and anger management and stuff like that because she obviously needed all that because that's ridiculous. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, know what I'm saying? And we out.